gas. I wasn't really tired at all. I think that's what working in Big Bear does, and that's why I went out there. Working in the high altitude just makes your stamina like ridiculously crazy. So, I mean, I wasn't really tired at all. I mean, as you guys could see too, I was throwing, I don't even know how much punches I threw. I probably threw a lot of punches, so I wasn't tired at all.
Definitely. So, and you mentioned Big Bear. I know you said you spent, 13 weeks out there. Are you prepared to continue, keep doing those camps, or do you feel like the weight is behind
definitely, I'm definitely going to go back. I want to be a great fighter at the end of the day. So I feel like that's my sweet spot, and that's how I'm going to get better. And that's where great champions train. So I want to work like how my idols trained, and I'm going to keep going back to Big Bear. And however long I need to be out there for, that's how long I'm going to be out there for.
Definitely. And then my final question, assuming the belts are tied up, obviously Canelo's fighting Billy Joe Saunders. He has his eyes set on your good friend Caleb Plant next. If the belts are tied up, do you have any particular opponents in mind you want to face to stay at this level?
I want to fight Charlo. I think that would be a great fight. He said he was going to move up to 168, right, but now he's backpedaling, saying that he's going to go down to 160. I mean, I'm willing to fight anybody. If anybody thinks it's an easy task, then come see me in the ring. I'll show you otherwise. I'm not scared of nobody. I'm not hiding from nobody. I'll fight whoever, whenever. It doesn't matter. You guys just let me know, put a date on it, and that's where I'll be.
Very cool. Congratulations, David. Fantastic performance tonight. Probably your best one.
Thank you so much.
You got it.
What's up, boxing fans? King of the Ring TV here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon. That way you'll get notifications on anything that I post or upload. David Benavidez puts on a boxing clinic. Okay, he beat Ronald Ellis last night on Showtime. Ronald Ellis, he tried to do his best, but it wasn't enough, because David Benavidez, he stayed in the pocket and just was applying pressure, was just beating him to the punch. But Ronald Ellis, he had some heart. He didn't quit. They had to, the ref had to stop it and everything like that, because Ronald Ellis just wasn't giving up. But he definitely has gotten respect from David Benavidez. He stayed in there like a warrior. He didn't quit or anything like that, even though he was losing. The judges, they gave Ronald Ellis 1 round and the rest to David Benavidez. But it was a good fight. Like I said, it just wasn't enough to win the fight. Ronald Ellis, he was just in there. He was doing good for about probably 1 to 4 rounds, and then David Benavidez, his talent and his power was beginning to wear on Ronald Ellis, and coaches and everything like that had concerns leading up to the close to the say about, it was the 9th round, so they was gonna stop it, but he came out and showed that he wasn't going down without a fight, trying to prove that he's still in the fight and everything like that, even though he was still losing. So it was a concern, so they had to stop the fight and everything like that. But it was a good fight. David Benavidez is proven to be too strong for a lot of opponents out there. So, but yeah, and yeah, it was a good fight. He just put on the boxing clinic. So, David Benavidez, he's definitely, after that fight, he's definitely trying to, he's, now that he got that fight out the way, so he's going to apply pressure to Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant and everything like that, as he's been doing, so he don't have nothing in his way. So now he can full-time apply pressure and everything like that to both of those guys. Even though Charlo, he fights at 160 right now. He fights at 160, so he'll have to move up to 168 or fight at a catch weight. and everything like that. And I don't know if David Benavidez is going to be able to fight at that catch weight for Jermall Charlo. But after that Ronald Ellis fight, David Benavidez, he's definitely looking like the boogeyman, man. He's looking like the boogeyman in the 168 division because fighters is definitely avoiding him, and it's kind of obvious. So he's looking like the boogeyman in the division. So, and then he said in one of his interviews too, he said that Ronald Ellis was really the only one that wanted to fight him and everything like that. And I'm like, yeah, no. And I mean, it looks that way, man, because the way David Benavidez goes into his fights and everything like that, and just beating up his opponents, getting knockouts. Ain't nobody wants to deal with that unless you're a boxer. To handle his type of style is to stick and move, but I don't know, because as soon as he pop you, it's you might go down. So, but yeah, I mean, it was a good fight, and definitely David Benavidez is looking like the boogeyman. So, but Charlo, it's going to be interesting to see what he's going to say or do in these couple of days and everything like that after that fight with Ronald Ellis. So, but Ronald Ellis didn't do too bad. He didn't win, but he didn't do too bad. But yeah, he's definitely, David Benavidez is definitely looking to put the pressure on Jermall Charlo and Caleb Plant. So he made weight. So that was the biggest concern with everybody. They was trying to see if he was going to make weight and everything like that. So he made weight pretty easy. He was at fight weight for like a week or something like that. So he was already on weight schedule. So I think David Benavidez is definitely pretty serious about his staying focused and not letting what happened in the past come up again. He's starting to get serious. I mean, he's young. He's 24, so I think he's starting to get serious and everything like that. They're saying he has. They said on the boxing on Showtime that he had a kid and everything like that, wife and a kid, or a girlfriend and a kid. So that's good, because it's making him more become mature in the mind and everything like that. Well, focus on and focus on boxing and everything like that. So I mean, that's good, man. Because David Benavidez is definitely a good fighter. He's got a lot of talent and everything like that, and that's the type of fighters we need. We need fighters like that, because nowadays these fighters, they just doing a whole lot of talking and clout chasing and on Twitter and all that type of stuff. We need fighters that are serious and can back up what they're talking and everything like that. So that's the type of things we need in boxing, man, because this whole new wave of just talking about fights, that's not what we want to see. So we pay our money for that, for the fights and everything like that. Some people don't, but the people who do pay, we definitely want to see those type of fights, man. Fighters being warriors and everything like that. But and then for David Benavidez and Charlo, David Benavidez says he wants to work his way up to Canelo fight. He don't want to. He feels like he can beat him and everything like that, but he don't want to just go in there and be chasing Canelo. I think he already did that. Then Canelo avoided him and all this type of stuff, vacated the belt and everything. So he feels like he wants to just earn the Canelo fight. So, and then he came out with a lot of stuff before the fight, just a lot of things saying that Canelo will vacate the belt like he did before. if he comes after him, and if he vacates the belt, if Canelo vacates the belt, then he's definitely scared of me and everything like that. And I mean, it don't look like it's not. From what he's saying, it doesn't look like he's lying there. But we'll see, man. So he's definitely trying to take the route of him fighting. He wants to fight Jermall Charlo, get him off the list, and then whoever wins out of that fight. If he wins or if Charlo wins, then they can fight Canelo. So he wants to be fair, man. He wants to earn his way up, and he wants to fight Caleb Plant. Of course, he always wanted to fight Caleb Plant, but yeah. And I think that's a pretty good thing. But the thing is that stuff sounds good, but if you two fight and you got whoever wins. The thing is, you still gotta look at, is Canelo gonna take that fight? He might still, push you guys to the background and continue doing what he wants to do. So, he might do the same type of thing. But and I mean, if he does that again, and not give the fans what they want. Then I feel like he's losing. I feel like he's losing fans day by day, or the type of moves that Canelo's pulling. I think he's definitely losing more and more fans. The way he moves and everything like that. So but if he does that again, I don't know, man. I just think. I just think that's a bad move if he, vacates the WBC belt and everything like that and just move around, Like, come on, man. You're a fighter. Stop that nonsense, man. You're a fighter. If you lose, you lose. Like, come on. So, but anyways, but yeah, like, that's my thoughts on the Canelo. Whoever wins out of Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez, they get to fight the winner, as David Benavidez said, and everything like that. So, but Charlo, he's definitely, I think he hasn't came out and said anything, but like pictures and videos are going around about him fighting, like sparring this guy who kind of looks like David Benavidez. So, and his name is Tristan Calcruth. Yeah, Tristan Calcruth. So, he ended up fighting him and everything like that, or sparring. And that guy, he's out of Dallas, Texas, or Duncanville, Texas. So, and I pulled up some of his videos and everything like that. He's definitely a good fighter. Yeah, he's definitely a good fighter. He hits hard. He looks just like he don't look just like David Benavidez, but he kind of like, he's like 6'4", and he hits hard, so he kind of fights like David Benavidez. And he's real young too, so he's 18. So he's got a lot of youth on his side. So he's younger than David Benavidez. So he's got the athleticism and everything like that on his side. So I think that's pretty good, man. Maybe them two can fight. So, and he's signed with like Golden Boy. So they hurried up and snatched him. And that was a good move by them, and everything like that. That was a good move by them to go ahead and get that dude, because I seen how he fights, man. He fights good, man. I think he's gonna be a monster, and he's young too. So yeah, he's gonna be a monster in the ring. So, and people gonna have problems with him, man. So I think. And I think the reason why he sparred him too, because why Charlo sparred him, Jermall Charlo, is because the guy, he fights at cruiserweight or something like that. So he's not planning. Of course, Charlo ain't planning to move up that far. He's just He's just trying to fight David Benavidez, and that's it. But if he's trying to fight him, but he's not planning on moving. I know he ain't gonna move up that. He can't. Like, ain't no way. You gonna move up that far? Nah. But yeah, I think he's gonna definitely stay at like 160, and probably fight it that way, and that be it. But yeah, he fought that guy, so he ain't planning on fighting him. Sparred him. He ain't planning on fighting him, and in the future or anything like that. But that guy, I mean, I don't know how that sparring went, but I know that guy, from seeing what I seen, man, that's a good. That dude pretty good, man. He can fight for real, and he's strong. But yeah, I mean, that's good for Charlo, man. It looks like he's getting serious. He just kind of keeping it quiet and just, keeping, the things that he do behind the scenes quiet, but, still talking out in the public at the same time about, David Benavidez and stuff like that. It's kind of funny because he was making for a lot of, I don't want to jump the gun to say that he's scared or anything like that, or he's, but because I just don't see it. I like Charlo. I think he's a good boxer, but just telling David Benavidez he needs to get a vaccination. He needs to be 25 years old or older to fight him. He needs to do this and do that, man. It's kind of funny when he says that, but at the same time, it's not a good look. But I feel like Charlo's gonna fight him, man. I don't feel like I feel like it's just the fans that's saying he's ducking and everything like that. The people who don't like him, but I feel like he's gonna fight David Benavidez. He's just trying to get David Benavidez thrown off and everything like that. But I mean, if they do fight, I think it'd be a pretty good fight and everything like that. So, but yeah. And then, Caleb Plant had came out and everything like that before the David Benavidez and Ronald Ellis fight. He came out and had his thoughts on David Benavidez fighting Ronald Ellis. He's just, basically he didn't say too much, but he basically said David Benavidez is fighting my sparring partner. So I guess Ronald Ellis was a sparring partner of Caleb Plant. So he's not trying to. he's basically trying to, say, oh yeah, you fight my sparring partner. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing. You fighting somebody I spar. And I probably got the best of. So like he ain't trying to give him, props and everything like that. But David Benavidez got to do what he has to do. What he what he can, what I'm saying? Because fighters, from what it sounds like, fighters ain't trying to, and what it looks like, fighters ain't trying to step up. Because if that was the case, then Caleb Plant, you would have fought David Benavidez before he fought Ronald Ellis. So, but you saying that he has to have the belt and everything like that, but you can't knock him for fighting your sparring partner. He's actually the only one. Ronald Ellis was the only one that had heart to get up in the ring with David Benavidez. So David Benavidez, he had to fight. You know what I'm saying? He had to make money. He had to fight. Keep his stay active. So you can't really throw shade or anything like that at him. So you talking about him, but you ain't getting there trying to fight him and everything like that. Even though he doesn't have the belt and everything like that, oh well, so you can still fight him. Y'all got bad blood and everything like that. Why don't you get in the ring and fight the man? You know what I'm saying? Go on, close that chapter and everything like that. But I understand you got the belt and everything like that, and he doesn't. So he doesn't really, you know what I'm saying? He don't have nothing, but you know what I'm saying? Just so he don't have nothing to offer. So, but I mean, it'll be a good fight, but he just doesn't have a belt or anything like that anymore. So I understand it coming on that part, but I don't know. Maybe one day you guys will fight or whatever like that. If David will get like a belt or something like that, but I don't know, man. But Anyways, man, the Ronald Ellis and David Benavidez fight was a good fight and everything like that. And you guys should go check it out. It's on Showtime. It was a good fight if you haven't watched it. I probably spoiled it, but but you know, it's just a little update on everything like that of what's going on. Will David Benavidez and Charlo fight is the next thing to happen, or Caleb Plant. But yeah, man. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Leave some comments or something like that. All right.